Two Forever Knights and a squire, led by Sir Reginald, believe they have found a cache of alien weaponry left behind by their ancestors. The knights burn through a large, round door bearing a Forever Knights symbol with a laser drill, despite the squire's protests. A loud roar is heard and later it is confirmed that while the knights are missing, the squire escaped successfully. Meanwhile, at the Bellwood retirement home, a retired Forever Knight nicknamed Old George suddenly gets a very bad feeling, gets up out of his wheelchair, and runs away. Later, while Ben, Gwen, and Kevin investigate the area Sir Reginald was excavating, since Gwen tracked a large disturbance in the Mana Field to the area, the team have an encounter with Sir Cyrus, who claims that his faction is the true path from the ones led by Patrick, Urian, and Driscoll. Sir Cyrus blames them for releasing the creature. The squire that was seen before is with them, and he tries to tell Sir Cyrus that Ben and the others didn't do it, but Sir Cyrus does not listen. When Sir Cyrus orders an attack against Ben's team, Gwen and Kevin fight back, but Sir Cyrus captures Ben. Ben transforms into Humungosaur in an effort to escape. Unfortunately, Humungosaur hits his head on the drill while he is growing. After Humungosaur says that he's having a bad morning, it is about 3 a.m., Humungosaur is tired and he just hit his head, and that the Forever Knights are annoying him, Cyrus halts the attack. Humungosaur then transforms back into Ben and returns his weapon. The squire stated once more that an explosion was responsible and released a creature that had kidnapped their men. In other words, it was the missing knights' own fault that they were kidnapped. Sir Cyrus then prolonged their truce with Ben's team to find the creature and find the missing knights. Gwen suggests that she and the squire, identified as Squire Winston, stay at the ruins to figure out what the creature is, but Kevin, Ben, and Sir Cyrus agree that all the firepower they can muster is necessary to deal with the creature. When both sides enter the nearby town looking for answers, the Forever Knights police scanner pick up a broadcast about a strange creature. When they get there, the creature has attached 2 tentacles to the temples of a police officer, and the knights attempt to kill it. This would easily catch the officer in the crossfire, so Ben transforms into Swampfire and stops them. Gwen and Kevin attempt to rescue the police officer, but the creature grows for more tentacles and attempts to attach them to Kevin and Gwen. Due to Kevin's metal coating, it fails with him, but succeeds with Gwen. Kevin is able to sever the tentacles attached to the police officer and Gwen, but the creature gets away and kidnaps Winston. Having been linked with the creature for a few minutes, Gwen was able to read its thoughts. It calls itself Lucubra, an interdimensional monster. However, Gwen isn't able to figure out what is going on or what it was doing. Gwen, having in her possession Winston's rucksack, is able to use it to trace him to an abandoned warehouse, and track the Lucubra. The knights, since they don't trust Ben's team, placed a tracker in his rucksack and tracked them to their missing men. Inside the warehouse, the team discovers that the Lucubra attached its tentacles to the missing Forever Knights, the police officer, and Winston. Gwen, having come into close range of the Lucubra, is put under its control again momentarily, but shakes it off. After reading the Lucubra's thoughts again, she reveals that the Lucubra places its victims in a vegetative state so that it can feed on their thoughts until there is nothing left to feed on. Ben and Kevin had both agreed that they can't allow the Lucubra to take control of her again, so Ben tells her to stay back and only join in the fight if they need help. Ben then transforms into Armadillo, while Kevin absorbs some metal to fight the Lucubra. The knights, after tracking the team, force their way into the fight. Armadillo then realizes that the reason why the Lucubra couldn't control Kevin was because of the creature's weakness to metal and transforms into NRG to fight it. However, Gwen was taken over by the Lucubra again, but was quickly broken out by Kevin. She now knows the spell that was used to contain the Lucubra originally, so she Armadillo to trap the Lucubra in a very deep hole and places a magical seal over it. The Lucubra is now trapped in its own dimension. Sir Cyrus states that this day, Ben's team has rescued 3 of his men and thus the truce stands, but warns him that any meddling in his business will result in the truce instantly dissolving. When the knights are outside the warehouse, they tell Winston to stop flirting with the enemy, Gwen. They say that Ben's team may look human, but they're filled with alien blood and they will contaminate you, once again showing the knights' hatred at anything alien, except alien tech and alien weapons. Winston, after a bit of protest, agrees. After the knights leave, Winston's eyes briefly turn neon green, his eyes are blue, showing that he may still under the control of the Lucubra. However, he shakes it off. George arrives at the excavation site, and with sadness in his eyes, walks away when he learns the seal has been damaged.